Today I'm going to share with you guys how I plan my week. Now, I haven't done a video like this, I think, in over 2 years, and things have definitely changed just due to seasons of life, of course, but also just with, my kids growing up. How I plan my week has changed significantly, and I feel like it's so simple the way I plan things, and I wanted to share with you guys how I plan, but also offer you a little bit of encouragement. There were definitely times when I was like homeschooling, I used to think, wow, other moms have everything so figured out compared to me, and I feel like I'm all over the place. I hope that my video can offer you some encouragement. I do things very simple here, and I think it has a lot to do with curriculum you use. It has to do with expectations that you have for your kids and for yourself as a homeschool mom. So I hope that this video can encourage you, and I'm just gonna share with you guys how I plan my week, but also how I plan my next couple of months if I'm thinking of doing any like units and that kind of stuff. So if you're interested, just keep on watching.
All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough if you're...
One of the things that are very important to me, just with my kids' ages and whatnot, especially my 2 boys, is core curriculum. Core curriculum for me always comes first in the sense of like, those are the things we're going to focus on 100%. Even when I'm going through like a difficult time, last year we were kind of stuck in the city, we got robbed. One of the things that I told myself is core curriculum, we're gonna focus on that. So if anything gets done, it's gonna be core curriculum. So my goal for the week is to do math and language arts 4 times a week. So I always go into my curriculum and I see, okay, which lesson are we on? And right now I think we're like on lesson like 90. So I will open up my book and I'll see, okay, so this is my goal for this week. Sometimes I'll open it up on Monday. I feel like I don't have a planner, so that's one thing that I should know, that I've tried the planner life, and I've even done videos on my channel. I love planners. Planners are so beautiful, and I envy moms that, use their planners to plan their week, because I just feel like planners are so beautiful. And I've tried reverse planning, I've tried, those block scheduling, I've tried it all. I'm not a planner girl, I'm more of like a checklist girl. The day of, I'll get like a sticky note or like a post-it note, or sometimes when I'm feeling fancy, I have like this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday kind of post-it notes. I'll put a link, a little picture here of the one that I have. That's the kind of planner I am. So it's very kind of like day of, let's see what we're working with here. What is our goal for this week? So language arts 4 times a week, math 4 times a week for both my boys. I have a son that's in 4th grade and then a son that is in 2nd grade, that is in 1st grade. Yes, 1st grade. I forget because Michael has just been going so fast through his curriculum. So we school Monday to Friday, and Friday is our catch-up day, almost like a day where I'll be like, okay, let's see what we weren't able to get to. Or what was Nicholas and Michael, maybe were they struggling with a concept? Maybe it was fractions and we have to work on that. Or maybe Michael needs to work on his, telling time. So I will see during that week what we need to work on. And I use iExcel as extra practice for the boys. I have a coupon code down below if that's something that you're interested in. So I have the Friday for like a catch-up day. And if we don't have anything to work on, guess what? It'll just be a very laid back day with mostly just our morning time. Now I do morning time. You'll sometimes hear it as morning basket or a morning cart. So our morning time consists of Bible, French, we sing songs together, so like family worship, and that's part of Bible. Right now for Bible, I am doing the biggest story Bible curriculum. I've been really enjoying it, guys. I have a video coming out of first impressions and like almost like a little flip through so you can kind of see it, the curriculum itself, but I've been really enjoying it. I'm going to link it down below, but I've been really liking it. So that we do 5 times a week. So Monday to Friday. Morning times for us is just something that we just do naturally. It's something that's very easy for us. So we do our scripture, we memorize our scripture, we sing song together, we pray so we can have a good day. And we always do that first thing in the morning or maybe after breakfast, just depending on what time we wake up. I don't have like a schedule of like, I have to wake up on this time. Like, I'm not like that. I'm almost like, hey kids, sleep in if you want to sleep in. At least that gives me a little time just for myself in the morning. I like sleeping in. I do like sleeping in. I'm not that type of person that I'm like up at 5 a.m. morning routine. Like, you know, maybe one day, but that's just not me right now. I'm usually up at around 6:30 in the morning, and that's just to work. Like, I'm up and I do a little prayer, do my little devotional, and then I am working. Yes, I do work. So I do a little bit of marketing on the side for different brands. I have YouTube that I do, and God has blessed me to be able to make an income off here too. So I have a lot of different passive incomes, things that you guys see, sometimes things that you guys don't see here. So God has been so good to me, but I do have to schedule that into my day. And that's one of the ways I do it is through like waking up a little bit earlier. Kids are usually up around 8 in the morning. Now, I try to do history and science during our morning time. I am not very, how can I say this? History and science once a week, that's my goal. Yeah, I mean, my goal is not very high up there, but once a week, that's my goal. If we do more, sometimes we do, but if we do more, great. But right now, that's where we're at right now. Sometimes science will happen just like through interest, but I also take advantage of my bundles. This is where I have a little bit of fun. And I've mentioned my bundles in the past before, and there is a new bundle, the Survival Forest Schooling Mega Bundle. So this is pretty awesome. Like, this is something that I'm like really excited about because I was mentioning to my husband that like I want to do more bushcraft stuff with the kids when we're on our land. And because of that, when I saw this, I was like, this is perfect right now, especially right now for the summer. And there is just so many fun activities. Let me show you what I'm gonna be using from the bundle. So when you get the bundle, you're going to get a PDF, which you can download onto your computer, and you don't have to download all the resources that come with the bundle. You can either get the main bundle or you can upgrade to the ocean upgrade or the camping upgrade. So I have all of them over here right now. And once you just click on the main bundle, it'll take you to a kind of like a Google Drive. And it's very well organized. If you've watched my previous videos, you will know that the bundles are so well organized, and they're very similar to how my past videos that I've had on, you know, how they have a little ebook where they give you almost like little lesson plans and how you can use the lesson plans, or you can create your own lesson plans, and it has like a month by month outline for you. You can take a look at all that over here. I'm not going to go too much into it. If you don't want to use the actual ebook, it'll tell you the products by age. You'll have access to this as well. So you'll have it all by ages. And then products by folder as well. So, and you'll have different folders here. One of them is book studies and language arts, escape rooms and play games, exploration, foraging and wild edibles, forest wildlife and survival skills, and emergency preparedness. So in each of these folders, you'll find all the resources for those topics. So I have all my summer units here on my desktop that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to show you a couple of them. One of them I'm really excited about is a book study, and it's on Hatchet, which is a book that, guys, I never knew about, but then I saw this and I'm like, wow, this is an amazing book study, and it's an amazing book as well. There's actually a series to it, and this is such an amazing book guide that it actually gives you like the YouTube read aloud for it if you want to, and you can purchase the books if that's something that you want. So it's about a boy named Brian, and he's going to visit his mom, and he's on a plane ride, and the plane crashes in the Canadian wilderness, and he has to survive in the woods. And I think it takes like about 50 days or something for someone to find him. And this is basically like a book study on it. There's going to be questions. There's going to be, writing involved. And I wanted something like this for the summer. And guys, I found my little book study that I'm going to be doing with my son. I think this is for ages 11 up, like recommended. But I think this would be perfect for my son. I'm really, really excited about it. So just showing you a little bit of the pages, very well done by this wonderful homeschool mom, Julia. She has a shop as well, but it will give you so many different ways to use this book study, and there's going to be questions too. It's just wonderful. I'm excited about this. So this is one of the things I'll be using, and usually every month I will check to see what do I want to use for my bundles this month. That's kind of how I do history and science and all those electives as well. Is like there's a bear safety unit, which is awesome because we are on our land now by the time that you watch this, and I wanted to do like a bear safety unit with the kids. So this unit goes over bear safety. There's book recommendations, and especially if you're going to go camping as well, like you don't have to live in the middle of the forest to use this. But I thought this was kind of cool because I know that I told my husband that I wanted to do something like this with the kids. It's a great way to add something different to our homeschool. I thought this was so nice. Isn't this like giving like gather round vibes? But anyways, so I'm gonna be this one with the kids as well. This one has 42 pages, so it's like a little mini unit. There is book recommendations, and it's 110 pages. Like it's a lot. So I have this one here because I wanted to do kind of like a unit study on that. Can you believe we have links here? So it's 59 pages. So that's another one. Fire and heat. We actually have a lot of forest fires where we live, so this is going to be nice to do with the kids. Poisonous plants. We actually have different poisonous plants on our land as well, so I thought this was going to be a cool one as well. A lot of different stuff like to do with like survival, safety, that kind of stuff. There is a first aid one as well. So there's 2 of them here. So I'm going to be adding that one to our homeschool elective units. And there's one here, let's learn about first aid. And that's all the activities, crafts and recipes and that kind of stuff. So as you can see, there's like a lot here, a lot. A family lesson in wilderness first aid, which I thought was pretty cool too, is by Bonnie. I love her as a writer. She's so awesome. So I think this was going to be really, really awesome to do with the kids. There is an upgrade that you can get with the ocean bundle upgrade, and there's the camping upgrade as well. So you'll have a bunch of different camping and learning through camping recipes. I thought this was really cool, this camping recipes for By the Love of Homeschooling. I'm printing this out. 30 campfire recipes. So it's like a recipe book. If you're going to go camping, this would be like perfect. And it'll just talk about the different ways that you can cook when you're camping, and it'll give you different recipe ideas. I thought this was really sweet. There's the camping adventure planning, camping beach unit study and guide, and you'll see like 93 pages, 89 pages, the coloring book, camping learning pack, which is 148 pages, forest camping play scene, art tutorial camp scene, and this is actually a video tutorial as well. Really cool. And then there is the ocean upgrade, and same thing, a bunch of different activities for you to do. So I'll have a link down below so you can check out the bundle for yourself. And I will pin it in the comments. So if you have any questions, just let me know. The bundles allow me to add a little bit of extra. So I'll do like my science unit from The Good and the Beautiful, my history from The Good and the Beautiful, but then I'll add a couple of other things. Like one of the units that we're doing right now is a unit that I got from my bundle, and it's all about like communication, different ways of communication through different time periods. And I love that because we're able to talk about different ways that people have communicated over time. And it's so funny to see my kids kind of be like, oh, like I never knew that. And it's just a fun way for us to do history, but also learn in a different way. And these mini units make me feel a little bit accomplished in a way, because I feel like we're learning so much and these units are so unique. So I really like that. So that's kind of what I am doing when it comes to these bundles. Guys, it's a limited time only. I'll have a link down below for you guys if you're interested in the bundles. So I wanted to offer you a little bit of encouragement when it comes to depending on your kid's age, depending on like, are you a working homeschool mom? Are you a mom that has littles? Did you just have a baby and you're homeschooling? Are you homeschooling with almost any help, in the sense of like you don't have your significant other, they're not there because they're working most of the time. So they're not able to help you as much. Maybe you don't have family to help you. I'm telling you right now, I've been in all those situations, multiple situations like that. And I'm gonna tell you one thing that always has happened when I'm planning my week, when I am planning what I'm going to be using. One of the things that always happens is that my routine always changes depending on what we're going through in life. So I want to encourage you not to like feel bad if your routine is not what you expected it to be, because I'm like that, where I overschedule a bunch of stuff, where I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do everything, and then when it comes down to it, I'm like, that's not how it looked like in my head. When I was working my regular 9-to-5 job, I thought this is how my plan would go, is that I would work, and then after work I would homeschool, okay? And I only had Nicholas at the time. I think he was in, was he first or second grade? Around there. This was during COVID time, okay? So just so you know, like during COVID time, a lot of changes happened in our lives that we had to make the decision that I had to go back to work full time, because I used to work from home and I was on maternity leave. So I was about to kind of like quit my job. And thankfully I still had my job. There was a lot of mandates going on here in Canada that we did not feel comfortable with and would affect my husband's work. So we decided for him to just do some part-time work, and me, myself, I work, and we would still continue homeschooling the kids together. Hi! You came to visit me? Up? You wanna go up? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Let me give you a booster. Booster! Hey, you. Now, in my head, I thought this was gonna be wonderful. We're all home. We're gonna be able to make this work. But I work full time. I work a 9-to-5 job, sometimes more hours than that, just depending on different things going on at work. And I thought that, okay, I'm going to homeschool Nicholas after I finish work. That did not happen. I was exhausted mentally after that. So what we decided to do, because Nicholas was an early riser, we actually did homeschooling before I started my work. And my work was very, very flexible. So I was able to, Nicholas would wake up at 6 in the morning. I needed about an hour and a half of his time for core curriculum. And then Dad would do the rest, like science, hands-on activities, all the other stuff. Dad would do that. So it's funny because sometimes in your head, you think that your routine and your schedule and the way you're gonna plan things is gonna go different. So when you start homeschooling, or when you're going through different things in your life, sometimes you have to change the way that looks like. Maybe you're gonna have to homeschool in the afternoons because guess what? You were up all night with your little baby that did not allow you to sleep. So you need to rest a little bit more during that morning time. And the wonderful thing about homeschooling is that homeschooling, like the actual bookwork part of it, depending on the curriculum that you use, it won't take you that long to do certain things. Like language arts with my first grader, literally I can do everything like math and language arts in like 40 minutes, depending on how, the lesson, but usually it's 40 to 45 minutes max, sometimes even 30 minutes. So it's very, very fast. Right now, I even have a preschooler. My daughter just started and we're doing one-on-one time too. That's like 20 minutes max. And then my son, because of the curriculum I use, he's so independent. So he's doing a lot of things on his own. So a lot of independence once the child starts getting older. There's more one-on-one when they're younger, but it's less time. You have to experiment with your routine and your schedule for you to see what works for you. I've done afternoon schooling, I've done night schooling, I've done morning time. Right now, how things are looking is by, the afternoon, like 12, lunch, we are done everything. We have this like routine going on and I love it. I really like it. But I used to look at moms that used to have that routine and I'm like, I want that, but I couldn't have that at the time because I had a newborn, I had toddlers, I had so many things, different things going on. So your routine is gonna look different depending on the season of life you're going through. I think a really hard season for me was when I had like baby toddler stage. I had a baby and a toddler at the same time. That was really hard for me. I wanna offer you a little bit of encouragement. Be realistic with what you can do and set realistic expectations with your kids and with yourself in what you can do. So you don't set yourself up for failure, but also like, we don't also wanna be kind of like, oh, I'm not gonna do anything, right? There has to be this balance where you're doing the things that need to be done, but they're also realistic. I tend to overplan stuff. So I always have to tell myself, okay, get yourself in check. Like, you're not gonna be able to do all this. But I know there's some people that feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough. So it's finding that balance of what is enough and listen to cues as well. Like if you see that your kids can do more, let them do more. And if you feel like your kids are doing too much, take a step back a little bit and see where you can work with your schedule. Do you need to do maybe school 3 times a week? Do you need to do it 4, 5 times a week? You just have to see what works best for you. I know that some families homeschool on the weekends, it just depends on what works best for you. And don't compare yourself. Like you might be like looking at another mom and she seems like she has it all together. Remember that sometimes you see a picture, you see a 20-second reel, you see, a text message from a mom saying, I had an amazing day and everything went well. That's one moment. Everyone's gonna have hard times in homeschooling. Everyone's gonna have challenges. And don't let, those thoughts come into your mind that you are failing in a way. There's also sometimes where there's like this spirit of laziness as well. So you have to be careful with that as well because you don't want to also be like, okay, I'm not gonna do anything. There has to be a balance in it all. And for me, my balance is, okay, 4 times a week, language arts, 4 times a week, math. We're gonna do science once a week, my actual like curriculum. History once a week with my curriculum, like the one, like our main curriculum. And then the rest, when it comes to science and history, I use my bundles. And so that's realistic to me. And I feel accomplished doing that. And I feel like it gives us variety. It gives us interest-led learning. It gives us a little bit of that unschooling approach that I like. So to me, that's realistic and I feel good about it. I also feel like the curriculum you use has a lot to do with how your day flows. So if you have a curriculum that has been working really well for you, like you will feel it. And that's what I feel like. I've been using The Good and the Beautiful for a long time. And I feel like ever since I've found that its curriculum, when it comes to your core curriculum, it's a game changer for you. All the other things will just fall naturally. So to me, that's really important, having curriculum that allows me that flexibility and works so well with our family. There are moments where we feel unmotivated, and it's not only myself, the kids, when you're kind of like, you're almost there, you have a goal in mind, but it's getting kind of hard. One of the things that I've done throughout the past months is I set a goal for the month for me and the kids. And I say, okay, guys, this month I want to complete, our goal is to complete 15 lessons or 17 lessons, 18 lessons, whatever it might be. And I go into our curriculum, our language arts. This is for core curriculum. I go into our language arts and I say, okay, 15 lessons is up to here. We have to finish it by this date. So the first of the month until the end of the month. So we have a whole month to do these lessons, okay? After that, if we complete it, we do something fun. We go on a field trip. We went to the trampoline park. We go and get some ice cream, or we go to a special place, something special for them. And that really motivates them because they don't want to miss a day of their core curriculum because they want to complete that. And it gets everyone motivated. So certain things like that, sometimes like something so simple can help everyone stay on track. So I've been doing that and that's been really fun. I don't have a planner. My curriculum is very open and go. Like when a curriculum works for you and I'm just very kind of simple and go with the flow, that's what I love. There's not a lot of prep. Sometimes there's like a recipe or some cutting involved or something like that, or you need some paint and stuff like that. So I have that on hand. I know that Nicholas's curriculum is gonna call for a recipe pretty soon. So I already have all the ingredients for that already. So I'll just like kind of check sometimes, like for example, it's a Monday, because let's be honest, on Sunday I don't plan anything. I've done that before and it's almost like I don't need to anymore. I'm so used to my curriculum. The only thing I will plan sometimes is for science and history if I see there's something there. But guys, I'm very, very kind of simple. I need open and go, simple, straight to the point. That's the name of the game here. So I don't have like an extensive like method, you know, to keep on track. I have a goal and everyone knows what that goal is. My kids know what that goal is. We talk about it. When I'm feeling unmotivated, I will even tell my son, I'm like, man, I'm feeling a bit unmotivated. Like I feel it too. Like I let them know that, like, you know, mommy feels it too. But I know that I have responsibilities, and my responsibility as your homeschool mom is to be there for you guys. Have a good attitude as well, because sometimes we can also have bad attitudes. And I tell him, I apologize to him when I have, you know, when I'm impatient, and let him know that I'm not perfect. And I let him know that I feel that way, the way you're feeling too, sometimes unmotivated. And it's funny because we have a goal in place. Sometimes when I'm feeling unmotivated, my son will be like, oh no, we have to do it. Like we have a goal. And that keeps me motivated too. So talking to your kids and letting them know, like we have a goal and this is our homeschool. It's not my homeschool, it's our homeschool. This is our family. We're kind of like used to how things flow at this point. So it feels good. It feels good to have a routine. It feels good to know what our expectations are. And it's sometimes messy, it's sometimes crazy still, it's sometimes not perfect, but I hope that I can bring you some type of encouragement to know that it can be simple as well. It doesn't have to be so, it could be something simple. I will have links down below with all the curriculum that I talked about. It will be in the description. If I have coupon codes, it'll be on the description of the video. And if you have any questions, if you have some encouragement to give other moms, leave it in the comments below. And I hope that me sharing, you know, how I plan my week and sometimes my months to come when it comes to different units that we're going to do, I hope that it offered you some type of encouragement. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Everything's alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with